Good morning, YouTube. Here we are for the ASX review for the week ending the 3rd of January 2020. First week of the year. Let's get straight into it. Okay, so not a great week for the ASX. Actually, we had a really bad day, one day in particular. On, what day was it? Was it Tuesday? The market was down over 100 points. So for the week, we ended down 1.29%. It was close to 100 points down for the week. As you can see there, 47 stocks were up, 147 stocks were down, and 6 stocks remain unchanged. The winners for the week, the top 5 gainers, Pilbara Minerals, lithium stock, up 16.9%. Gold Road, obviously the gold miner, up 9.16%. Orocoba, another lithium play, up 8.46%. Saracen, another gold play, up 7.45%. And Northern Star, another gold play, up 7%. So obviously a volatile week on the market. We see those gold stocks having another good week, which backs up a good one from last week. So yeah, I don't know what we can gauge from that. Obviously, the lithium stocks had a good week, and I'm going to talk about another one who isn't on that chart. And I did say last week I wouldn't be talking about them again, but anyway, I'll leave that for now. Let's just keep going and have a look at the top 5 losers for the week. The worst one, and as you can see, the losses weren't too bad, with the worst stock only down 5.56% for the week. So there was no disaster. I think the main reason for that is that the volumes are actually very thin at this time of the year. So large swings are unlikely at the moment. Nonetheless, Sydney Airports down 5.56 was our biggest loser for the week. Appen, which was down 4.9% to finish at 22.52. APA down 4.74%. Costa Group, CGC, was down 4.6%. Very volatile stock, young Costa. And TCL, Transurban, the behemoth. I think that's actually a top 20 stock, so it's a large company. Was down 4.36% for the week to end at $14.93. And that's okay because I'm short on TCL currently, so that's good for me. Okay, so what I wanted to just have a quick look at is, I mentioned a stock that I wasn't going to talk about anymore, and that's Galaxy Resources. That actually got kicked out of the XJO last week, or actually a bit more than a week ago now. 2 stocks got kicked out because they've been performing so poorly, and that's what S&P do. They want to sort of keep the markets looking rosy, so that they get rid of the worst performers every now and then. So Galaxy got kicked out, was one of them, and the other one that got kicked out was Speedcast, SDA. Now, you would think, and I guess I thought, that once the stock got kicked out of the XJO, or the top 200 stocks on the ASX, the ASX 200, then a lot of the superannuation funds and the larger sort of managed funds could no longer buy those stocks, because a lot of them, they can only invest in the top 200 stocks on the ASX. So my thinking, perhaps wrong, was that those stocks would go down, which is not what happened. If we just have a look at the next slide, and that's the 5-day chart for Galaxy. And as you can see, it's done nothing but go up. That's 10-minute intervals there. So over the last 5 days, you can see it's done nothing but go up. And I'm going to show also SDA, which I guess is not quite as impressive, but if you look right at the start here, it's just after Christmas. It's had a great run up over the first couple of days after Christmas, and then just maintain that. And if we have a look at the next one, in the last 5 trading days, Galaxy is up 17.92%, and in the last 8 trading days, Speedcast is up 35.92%. Why is it so? 2 stocks that have been kicked out of the XJO, but they've just rebounded. And in Speedcast's case, that's huge. In 8 trading days, up nearly 36%. Now, I'll be interested to hear your theories on this. My theory, and I haven't actually checked it out yet because we have no short data that I can find anyway, just to see if these big funds are actually, I'm thinking maybe they had short positions, because these are two highly shorted stocks. Galaxy, one of the most shorted stocks on the ASX, and SDA is heavily shorted as well. So maybe getting kicked out of the XJO has meant that these funds have to close their short positions, which is actually driving the price up. And I'm not sure if that's true. I'll investigate that more as the short data comes out over the next few days. But and if you have any theories on why these stocks are going up, I mean, obviously lithium stocks had a good week anyway, so that could be what's driving up Galaxy. That could be part of it. And Speedcast, up 36%. Why? It's an interesting question, I think. And there may be something in that for the future. When you see a stock getting kicked out of an index, perhaps it's not all doom and gloom for that stock. At least in the short term, which means it could be a tradable option. Okay, so anyway, that's my question for the week that I will pose. I'm not going to worry about looking at upcoming data and that this week, because there's really not much going on. The market is really quiet. Most people, a lot of people that trade and invest are on holidays this time of year, so it'll probably start cranking up again, hopefully in the middle of January, maybe into February, before the volumes and excitement comes back into the market. So, on that note, I am going to leave it for this week. Quite a short vid. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a fantastic 2020. I hope you've got some big plans, and if you haven't, now's a great time to be sitting down with a pen and a blank piece of paper, and just maybe setting a few goals for yourself, or a few hopes and wishes and dreams for 2020, and where you would like to be at the end of this year, at least making some progress towards your dreams and goals. It's a good time of the year while everything's nice and quiet at the start of the year, just to sit down and you really look at where you're at in life, and maybe improve your lot over 2020. Okay, guys, have a fantastic weekend, a fantastic week, a fantastic year. I'll see you at the end of next week.